Here's your word for the day from Calvary in Lake Havasu. Visit us on the web at calvaryaz.com.
Well, hey there. Thanks for tuning in to Your Word for the Day from Calvary. It's good to have you here as we study the book of Mark together. I hope this has been fun for you. I love the Gospels as we just get to know more about Jesus, his life, his ministry. And today we're looking at a passage in Mark chapter 6 that maybe is one of the most popular miracles of Jesus. If it isn't the most popular, it certainly follows directly after one of the most popular. Because in Mark chapter 6, we just heard about Jesus feeding the 5,000, this incredible miracle of him multiplying the fishes and loaves. And in verse 45, we pick up immediately following. That miracle just happened, and we get into this next one, which is well known by many. And it says this: immediately he made his disciples get into the boat and go before him to the other side to Bethsaida, where he had dismissed the crowd. And after he had taken leave of them, he went up on the mountain to pray. And when evening came, the boat was out on the sea, and he was alone on the land. He saw that they were making headway painfully, for the wind was against them. About the fourth watch of the night, he came to them walking on the sea. He meant to pass by them. I love that little tidbit. He was just going to go around them and meet them on the other side, apparently. But when they saw him walking on the sea, they thought it was a ghost, and they cried out. For they saw him and were terrified. But immediately he spoke and said, "Take heart, it is I. Do not be afraid." He got into the boat with them, and the wind ceased, and they were utterly astounded. Catch this. For they did not understand about the loaves, but their hearts were hardened. I think sometimes we read the disciples and we expect that we would do things differently. If we were in their situation, we would have more faith, we'd have more understanding. But instead, I think we should put ourselves in their place. They just had this incredible, miraculous moment where Jesus heals this massive crowd of people with very little food. He multiplies it miraculously. There's leftovers. It's amazing. And then they see Jesus walking on water. He had already demonstrated his power over the physical attributes of this world by multiplying this food, and yet they're utterly astounded, it says, that he can have power over the physical nature of water. And I wonder if their surprise is similar to our surprise sometimes. I wonder if sometimes we're surprised at Jesus' power. Or are we in a place of having the faith to expect him to do the powerful and miraculous? Do you expect that Jesus can heal and redeem those broken and disjointed areas of your life? Or are you melancholy, thinking nothing can happen, and are surprised when something happens? Do you expect that God will provide for your needs and will bless you in the ways that you need to navigate life? Or are you surprised and chalk it up to coincidence or your own hard work when God drops something in your life that is the blessing you needed at that time? Are you surprised of how God gives you the knowledge, the understanding, the wisdom, the direction, the hope, the encouragement, whatever it is? Are you surprised by God's miraculous power in your life? Like the disciples were here, surprised that the same person who fed 5,000 people with a small lunch could also walk on water. The same person who made the blind to see and the lame to walk and the sick to be well could also walk on water. And my challenge to you is that you would have the faith and the understanding of the power of Jesus, that the miraculous would almost be expected, not in an entitlement way or anything like that, but just the anticipatory nature of understanding that Jesus has incredible power and is looking for ways to show it in our world. Instead of seeing this limitation that God can't do anything, and I guess I'm just going to be surprised if it happens. Let's not be the disciples. Let's not be their utter amazement on the boat that is shocked and astounded that Jesus could do this. But instead, let's smile and say, of course he could do that miraculous thing in my life. What couldn't he do? Because the truth is, all these miracles of Jesus weren't just to provide lunch or easy transportation across the lake, but all of them were meant to help us understand that there is nothing impossible for God. And so let's live never surprised by the power of God in our life. We'll see you next time.